hopefully we are live. So I wanted to do today, we've got 2 more of the fairy sketches to do, and today we are doing Mushroom Fairy. This is Mushroom Fairy here, and yeah, so it's out of the book that's Step by Step Fairies. I do release a book every month with a different theme. Next month in November will be Christmas, and December will be winter. So you can see there the picture that we're going to study today. Now the book is available, the books are available on Amazon, or you can try my website, or if you go onto Patreon you can sign up monthly, and with the monthly fee, if you're in the UK, I send you out the book. If you're not in the UK, there's downloads that you can print, and they're exactly the same sheets, and you can go through step by step. That was fairies, and it's Christmas next month. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get started. You'll need a pencil and a rubber. Now, because this is live, I have done a very light outline in the background, just because I wanted to make sure it's exactly like it is in the book, and like the downloadable. I do recommend that you watch the whole thing through. This is a star 4 level. They start at star 1 in the book, and as you can see, that's the stars, and they work through up to a star 4, and this is a 4, and it is more detailed, which does make it more difficult. And I just wanted to do exactly like it is, because every time I draw it, something changes, something's different. So we're going to go in and find the level, sorry, not level, the first picture. So this is the first step in drawing our Mushroom Fairy. So we're going to go in and draw her arm, which is like a V shape, an upside down V shape. Can you see there? I'm holding my pencil about halfway down, and I'm trying to do it quite loosely, so that I can, as I'm doing it, I'm going slow and doing little strokes, and I can see what I'm doing as I'm going along. So I'm just curving it round where her hand is, and then I'm just drawing in some little finger places, and then we can draw in her arm. Now this part of her arm comes close to the outside edge of her arm, but not quite touching where the crevice is in our arm. So that's the first one. Then we're going to come across to do her other arm, which is just up from the elbow. It's almost level with this crease here, because the arms will crease in the same place. And you just need to have sort of a waist, like there will in a minute, there'll be a waistband there, a waist-like space, just to give you a guide. Then we're going to come round on her hand, and we've got fingers here, and they are curled up. We bring that part of the hand round, and then we can curl the last finger round. Okay, so that's her done arms. Now I would recommend you draw very lightly, so that if you need to make any corrections, you can. Now I'm trying to press quite hard so that you can see what I'm doing. Right. So next we're going to go in and draw, oh no, haven't done the feet yet. I have changed the feet, actually. I've changed the feet so that they're more kind of like fairy elf-like, and they're just pointing downwards like that, as though she's just sat with her legs crossed, just to make it a bit simpler. And I've pulled her leg round there. So this is the next step, filling in her legs. So we're coming round on this side. Some of her dress is sticking out further, but you can still see the general direction is this leg is pointing here, and she's got her pointy toes that way, and this one is coming here. We don't really want too much of a break in her ankle there. We just want it to come round like a little point. I'm not quite getting that right. I know what I want it to look like, but I'm just not getting there. There we go. Okay, so she's got 2 little pointy toes. Then we need to draw in, we've done the bottom of her dress. We need to finish off the top of her dress here. There we go. And so they're supposed to be like little leaves. So we'll put the decoration in to make them look like they are actually clothes. There is movement. basically every mark we make is trying to tell a story about what's there. We're trying to put across a story, a message, and at the moment we're saying she's wearing clothes and they kind of move in this direction. There we are. Okay, there are some creases in here as well where her dress is. Now we need to draw the tops of her dress here. So where we've got that little bit of what is like a leaf shape in her, we need to come across and draw in the tops of her arms. So how is everybody anyway on this Saturday? Please keep me company in the chat. I hopefully I can see it. I'm on OBS and I'm hoping it's like a streaming software. I'm hoping if any of you do decide to talk to me, I'll be able to see. Right, we're going round there. So that's kind of drawing in where the tops of her dress are on the shoulders. There we go. Okay, so she's starting to come together. Next step. Step 3. Okay, so these are step by step. So here we're going to draw in her chin, which is just here. Well, actually, we should have already done that anyway. It's just a little curve up, just really simple. Press really lightly. With facial features, we don't want to put too much in first because it will draw us to that and it won't look right. Our facial features don't stand out in that way realistically. So we're going to come round, put some more shapes on there. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just drawing in floaty hair. Now some of them can come here as though they're coming in front, behind of her hand, and some of it can be coming from behind. You just draw them in how you want to draw them in, really, however you want. It's just hair strands. We can have some coming here, and in the drawing they've got little curls on the end, some of them, so you could do that as well. Okay, so we'll draw that round. So next are the facial features. Just go really lightly with these because you can just do a subtle change to the lips and it changes whether they're cross or happy or sad. So just take your time on them. Don't worry too much. Just copy what's on there. So the top lip is a curve and a curve, and then underneath, and then a little bit of a line in the middle. And how you do those will change their expression. And again, as I say, not too hard, because the minute you go quite firm, it makes their facial features really stick out. Right, so I'm going to do some eyebrows. So I'm just flicking my pencil, I'm holding it at the very point and I'm flicking it so that it's outwards like our eyebrows should go. Eyebrows. Now I'm going to make her eye here and another eye here. Does that look okay? And now we're going to just put eyelashes on the bottom and some eyelashes on the top, and they are going outwards again towards the side of her head. We mustn't forget just some kind of definition for her nose and her mouth. I think there we go, that's a bit better. Okay, so that's her face done. You could take a bit more time and go into a bit more detail with it. I've given her some freckles and I'm going to give her some wisps of hair coming over her face like that, because we do have them in the other drawing. Okay, so that's that done, face and hair. We're on to step 4. And step 4 are the wings. So let's pop the wings in. So we're coming from sort of from where her shoulders are, up with a little bit of a bend. We're putting a little circle on the end. We're coming out again opposite the other bend and in. We're going to do the same with one over this side. Okay, and her wings are really just a big line with a bit of curve on, and then just wiggle your way down. It doesn't have to be exactly like in the book, although I know lots of you will want to follow it exactly. Same here, it's like a long line, and then wiggle your way all the way down. This one has a bit of wing sticking out that side. So we also mustn't forget like these little tendril things that are coming out. There we go. So then we go to the shapes inside. Now they're almost like little teardrops. Now if you are watching this, I do recommend that you watch the whole thing through and then have a go on your own afterwards, just stopping and starting the video, because I am probably going too fast, but I don't want to bore you all and go really, really slow, so you can always come back. So now I'm just drawing lines in the wings, as though I'm not even looking at the image. I'm just thinking, oh, that looks like that could have shape there. And yeah, just going with it really. As long as it's in the direction of the wing, you'll be fine. As long as it kind of flows. And then we've got some here that are shorter. You can have little shapes in there as well. Just giving the idea that the wings have pattern in them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the outline of that a bit firmer so that they are extra clear, because in a minute I'm going to put clouds behind her and I want to really be able to see the separation between her wings and the clouds. I don't want her disappearing into the background. I'm just pressing a little bit harder and it makes it clearer for you to see as well. I hope it's really clear for you. And we'll draw her legs round. Again, we'll just go over her feet. She's got little elf fairy feet. And pull that round, pull that round. Good. So she's got a nice shape to her now. Everything's much clearer, much more defined. So now I'm going to go over into the background, which is the next step. Step 5, we're nearly there. The mushroom. So I'm just going to come around gently with a long line and then curl it back up to where is halfway down her legs. On each side, halfway, come out and draw a line. And then I'm just going to go in with the decorations. Now some of these circles come out over the top of the edge, so that's why I went quite lightly, and then you can just add them in. And then I'm not looking at the picture, I'm not following it as a guide, I'm just going in, drawing some lumpy bumpy bits which are part of the magic mushroom. Mushrooms are always associated with fairies, aren't they? Okay, so we do that, and then around some of them I'm just going to give them some lines and markings just to give the impression of shape and movement in the mushroom. Again, we're telling a story with our drawing. Okay, there we are. So I'd say that's the mushroom done. Now I can come back in and darken the edge and make that more defined. Now I know exactly where I want it to be. There we are. Now I'm going to do the bottom. So it's just 2 lines and then just some making sure they're curved to give them some movement, and then some other lines just to show that the shape has got some depth. Okay, so that's our mushroom shape done as well. Now we're going on to the final step, step 6. Oh, we don't need that. I suppose we could have 2 up, couldn't we? And step 6 is, no, you can't see it. There we go. Is all of the background. So we're just going to go in lightly. We don't really want the background sticking out too much to the eye of anyone who's looking at it. We really want to make sure that that's in the background, and so we keep the foreground much stronger lines once we've finalized it and done the drawing and we're happy with it. So now I'm just coming in and I'm just doing sketchy marks, really. Sketchy marks, very light marks. I'm only holding the pencil halfway, which means I don't have that control. I'm not quite as loose as holding it at the end. Halfway is a good place to hold it. Make sure it's still nice and sharp though. You want to be making some clear marks. I think there's another cloud down here somewhere. There we go. So all the clouds are marked in, but to actually give them some depth and shape and form as though they are moving in the environment, we need to give them pattern. So basically that comes in the form of little swirls or C's like that, and you can put a few together and just space them out, different sizes and different directions, so that it doesn't look like our clouds just, you can end up, your brain just wants to straighten everything, so you could end up with like lots of clouds with straight marks going all the way around. Don't do that. Lots of sizes and different directions, and that will give us the lovely patterns on the clouds. And then once that's done, you're pretty much there. So as I say, you can join my Patreon. If you're in the UK, there's an option for having the book sent out. But otherwise, you can click on the option that's downloads, and you get all of my sheets. See, I'm talking, and so then my brain goes into automatic straight line mode. There's different tiers, so you can have one where you get the book and then all of the bonus material videos, or you can have the one with the downloads and all of the bonus materials. So I will put all of the drawing tutorials on YouTube, so no matter what, if you buy the book, which you can get on Amazon on my website, you will always get to see them drawn. But I do record bonus videos so that you can see them painted in different mediums, coloured in with different mediums. And they will be on Patreon. There'll be time lapses probably on YouTube, but the full length ones with me talking, they'll be on Patreon. So it's a very small monthly fee. And don't forget, with these, you can go off and do whatever you want with them. You don't have to follow the ideas I have. You can do whatever you want. So anyway, that's enough of me going on. If you have joined me for the live, thank you. I can't see any chat at the moment, so if you have commented, thank you. Please subscribe if you can to help my channel grow, and like, comment, share. And I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, there is something I've missed. I feel as though I've just missed her neck. It looks like she just doesn't have a neck. It's funny, you see things you've missed once you look away and then come back to it, and it stares you in the face. It just stands out. Okay, so anyway, take care and have a good week, everybody. Bye.